if I'm trying to come and establish myself in this community, or if I'm already here and I'm just looking to grow my network and really connect with who's who in Central Florida, the top players, this is the place. Hey, this morning we're at the Orlando Economic Partnership. We're gonna be meeting with Joe, and he's gonna be showing us a one-to-one model of the Orlando area, and we're gonna be talking about the growth in the area, what's coming. You're not gonna wanna miss this special episode. Our chariot awaits. There's no buttons in this thing. I guess that's because you can tell it on the outside where you're going. Hey, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, I'm Tyler.
Tyler, nice to meet you. Jeff,
Nice to meet you too.
Orlando Economic Partnership.
Awesome.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
What are we gonna be looking at today?
We're gonna be looking at the digital twin of Central Florida.
All right.
It's right here in our office.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Let's go take a look.
Let's go check it out. Part of what we do is we have a business development team, and it's really good for folks like you guys. They travel around the world and recruit headquarters to move here to Central Florida to grow our economy. We take them to the digital twin here, so they can check out Central Florida. Back in the day, they would rent a helicopter and fly them around town to go pick out a building to move into. But now, instead, they can kind of zoom in on, something that they might be interested in driving to. So they can customize these for anything, for any company. It's so cool. So then we just got to slide in pictures. I don't handle any of that stuff.
Right. Your tech and marketing team will customize the presentation
Exactly.
for the company that you're courting.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Exactly right.
So what are some of the big companies or employers that you've brought recently or that are slated to come?
That's a great question. So the ones that are slated to come are kept top secret.
Sure.
The ones like KPMG, Hoverfly, I can give you a brochure. It shows all of them.
Okay.
Most of the big ones.
And KPMG is a big accounting firm, so I'm familiar with them.
Yeah.
What is Hoverfly?
Hoverfly is a drone company.
Okay.
And so they do videos just like this for folks, and they're located in Sanford.
Okay. And then KPMG, that's in Lake Nona.
Lake Nona,
Yep.
and that's their training facility.
Yeah, okay. We did a video about Lake Nona, and we highlighted the fact that KPMG is there because they're one of the largest employers, and their campus is huge.
It is.
So does the Economic Partnership have like a specific niche of companies that they're trying to attract to Orlando? Is there a design that you guys are
That's
going
a
after?
great question. So we don't go after any companies that pay their a salary for under $73,000.
Okay.
We don't go after hourly wages. We welcome them, but we're actually contracted with Seminole, Orange, and Osceola County to bring a certain amount of jobs here every year. So they do actually pay us to do that. It's about 20% of our income here. The rest is from investors that want to network at a high level.
Sure.
Come to some great events and meet some cool people. Once they get here, I get them connected with the right people. So they're going to need accounting, they're going to need staffing, they're going to need who knows what because they're new here.
Right.
So I'm the connector for them and just do what I can to help them out.
A lot of people have a perception that Orlando is all about tourism, but the reality is when you look at these statistics, that only about 20% of the labor force is employed in tourism and leisure and hospitality. Companies like Darden have their headquarters here, and for those that don't know, that's Olive Garden and the other chain of restaurants that they own. I find it fascinating that 1 of every 7 residents moved to Orlando from outside the region since 2010. I'm fortunate that I married one who was born here, so I get to call myself a local. So for folks thinking about investing in Orlando real estate, good to know that the tenant pool here in the area is not just comprised of hospitality workers, but actually high-skilled and high-paid employees. Orlando is growing and growing rapidly, and as part of that, you have to focus on transportation. And so recently there's been a lot of investment into the transportation sectors, including the Brightline Rail, which is a train that's designed to connect Miami to Orlando. And my understanding is that it's supposed to extend all the way to Tampa with future expansions. But this gives people quick access from the Orlando International Airport down to the Miami area on a high-speed rail. Every year we see the Orlando International Airport continue to grow and expand, most recently with a brand new terminal built in the last couple of years, which is allowing for more and more aircraft to arrive. And recently, Southwest Airlines announced that they would make Orlando one of their hubs. Remember that conversation we had in Lake Nona? Well, here's some more information about the vertiport that's going to be going in there. Vertiport is supposed to be these aircrafts that are supposed to be regional transportation devices that lift off vertically and then fly you to wherever your destination and drop you off, kind of like a helicopter, but for the everyday man. What are some of the schools or educational options that folks have here in the area?
Well, we have the UCF is the second largest school in the United States. We do get a lot of folks from Rollins College, which is in Winter Park, along with Full Sail as well.
Well, I know UCF specializes in their engineering department, and they educate a lot of folks that go out to work at SpaceX, at Lockheed Martin, some other places like that. Is there anything special about Rollins education? Do they specialize in anything in particular? Do you know?
Business administration.
And what about Full Sail? You mentioned
Full Sail is media. So they do soundboards, they do concerts, they do graphic design, web design.
Here at the Economic Partnership, they also have the ability to view a lot of the information that you saw on the board with this virtual reality headset. Wow, what's really cool is that you can actually look at a lot of the data that's on the board we've been showing right here on this VR headset.
Don't fall.
I'll try not to. We looked at some great data, and that board is really cool. What do you guys see as like your focus as the Economic Partnership, and what would be some of the benefits for joining?
Benefits is be in tune with what's happening here in Central Florida, and being able to connect with companies that you might not normally be able to connect with.
If I'm trying to come and establish myself in this community, or if I'm already here and I'm just looking to grow my network and really connect with who's who in Central Florida, the top players, this is the place.
This is the place. We cover 7 counties. We're a melting pot. There's actually 54 chambers of commerce in Central Florida, and we are the largest one. We don't really consider ourselves a chamber. We're more high level. We just help the high level folks connect, build those relationships. And there's chambers serve their purpose. They're great. So they're just another option.
If I'm a member, do I get invited to all the events for free, or is there an additional ticketed cost at a lot of the events?
That's a great question. So all of our events are included,
Okay.
except for 3. And that would be our annual dinner, barbecue in the park, and all women empowered. Usually get a discount to those, but everything else is included.
Sure.
Yep.
Joe showed us the rest of the office, which includes a podcast room that has hosted the mayor and several players from the Orlando City Soccer Club. We also passed by Steve Hogan, who is the CEO of the organization that oversees Camping World Stadium. Not only were we impressed by the digital twin of Orlando, we also learned how membership at the Orlando Economic Partnership gives you access to the most influential people in all of Central Florida. Afterward, we got an invitation from my friend Ted Bogart to the Citrus Club, which is where the movers and shakers wine and dine. If you'd like us to make an episode about the Citrus Club, leave us a comment below.
So if your future business plans involve Central Florida, give me a shout and I'll be sure to get you connected with Joe, and he can get you connected with the right people of influence.
How are you feeling, Tyler?
It's really cold out here.
Are you a Floridian yet?
I am a local now. I married a local, right? My blood is thin. I want to put my puffy jacket back on. How cold is it today? It's probably not even that cold. It's probably like 50. Hold on, I'll tell you. It's 44 degrees. It's freezing out here.
We'll take this part out.